did not think that I was going to make live tonight. Jesus. I just came back from grocery shopping, which, as everyone knows, is always so much fun, which is why I definitely poured myself a glass of wine, because grocery shopping is so much fun. And then I couldn't get on live. For some reason, it kept saying that the connection wasn't strong enough. Hey, Karen, what's going on, girl? But nonetheless, we are here, and we're good. Hey, Lakeisha, what's going on, Mama? And we are good to go. So, with that being said, guys, hope everyone's having a fantastic Tuesday. Hi, Laureen. Hope everyone is having a fantastic Tuesday. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nikki Pebbles. I am a social media strategist and branding strategist. I hate grocery shopping. And I help female entrepreneurs find their authentic voice in their business. Hey, Robin! What's going on? Do you love to grocery shop? I hate to grocery shop. Hi, boo-boo. Hey, Jessica, what's going on? So if you guys are just signing on, hi! If you guys are just signing on, please feel free to share this live with your followers. Throat chakra voice, seriously. Ah! Please feel free to share this with your followers. I would really, really appreciate it if you could. I got my pen ready because there are going to be some pen drops tonight, guys. Pen drops all over the damn place. I'm actually thinking about making a shirt that says pen drop because I just pen drop all the time. I don't know if anyone would buy it. I definitely would wear it all the damn time. Thank you for sharing, Julie. I can't. It really cracks me up very much. So I hope that everyone is having a fantastic Tuesday. Thank you for sharing, my friends. I will be, what was I just going to say? I'm losing my mind. I will be opening everything up for Q&As at the end. So if you have any questions, this is going to be like a very interesting topic. I love psychology. I have my bachelor's in it. Like, I am obsessed with psychology, and it really plays a huge role in your business. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them during the live or even at the end of the live. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Are we excited? I'm excited. I got my wine. We good to go, my friends. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's get started. The importance of customer experience and customer psychology. Okay, so let's just break this down, right? Let's just break this down of exactly, hey Amanda, exactly what this means. Customer experience and customer psychology. Now, let's break down customer psychology first. So I want you to think about when you are about to buy something, right? When you're about to buy something, there's always some type of either emotional connection to it, a rushed connection to it, like, oh my God, I have no choice. I need to buy this. Best example for that, like a rushed example of that would be like your passport. Right? It would be your passport. Like, you have to, like, you totally procrastinated getting your passport, and like there's no other way but to spend like a shit ton of money getting that passport, and you have to do it, so you drop the money. Versus, let's say, like MAC Cosmetic came out with like a Selena, the singer Selena, like lipstick, and that's a pure emotional buy, right? So you're buying that off of pure emotion because you're like, oh my God, I love Selena. Oh my God, I love MAC. I love that color. I need it, right? If you've ever bought something off of pure emotion, right? If you ever had an emotional buy, I want you to put the number 1 in the comments right now. If you've ever bought something just straight off of emotion, right? Straight off of emotion, I want you to put a 1 in the comments right now. A 1 in the comments right now. If you ever bought something off of straight emotion. No, it's okay, Jessica. Don't worry about it. All good. No worries. So the thing with customer psychology, and when you're talking about buying something, right? There are stages of buying, okay? So before you even get to someone pressing the buy button, right? And they're like, oh, I have to buy that. There's a lot of buildup that comes between there, right? So I want you to think about how you can build trust within your customer, right? So it's doing those Facebook lives, doing those posts, reaching out to people, really taking that effort to go that extra step, right? That extra step, building that trust. So many people think that it's easy to get people to buy stuff for you. And I'm going to sit here and say, like, it's not. It's not, but it is, right? The same psychology that goes into buying something that's $1 is the same exact psychology of someone spending $10,000. It's the same mindset, right? It's the same mindset. So if you can get someone to pay $1 for your stuff, you could definitely persuade and massage them into getting a higher priced item, right? It all just comes down to trust, okay? So with that being said, we built that trust. How do you build that trust? That all comes down to content. That all comes down to reaching out. That all comes down to saying, hey, let's have a coffee date. Building that trust up. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not like you wake up one morning and you say, you know what? I think I'm going to sell something. I've never been in business before, but, I'm just going to go for it. And then, like, go on Facebook and think that people are going to buy from you, because it doesn't work that way. Once again, trust, right? That's major. Once you put an offer out and someone says, ooh, I want to buy that, right? I need to buy that. That's the first step right there. So they press the buy button. Boom, right? They press the buy button. What happens after that? Now, this is the most, guys, I want you to take your pens out and I want you to write this down on paper, because this is the most important part. You have the buying, right? The pressing of the button, and then you have a middle stage, and then you have the actual product. So let's just say, for instance, right, I'm selling a masterclass, which I am. Small plug right there. But let's say I'm buying a masterclass, okay, for one of my favorite business people. So I pressed the buy button. It was $97. So I pressed the buy button, right? In between the buying and the product, right, is this little small window called buyer's remorse. Buyer's remorse. If anyone has ever had buyer's remorse, I want you to put the number 2 into the comments. So if you've ever had buyer's remorse where you bought something, like you press the buy button and then automatically afterwards you're like, oh my God, why did I buy that? If anyone has ever had buyer's remorse, I want you to put the number 2 in the comments. 2 in the comments. Because that right there, guys, that middle ground right in the middle of someone pressing the buy button and then waiting for the product, that middle buyer's remorse is the most important part. Why is it the most important part? Because that's where the trust is built, right? That's where the follow-up comes in. It doesn't matter if you're selling a one-on-one. It doesn't matter if it's a $1 thing, right? It doesn't matter. Trust is built in the middle of the buy and the product. It is the buyer's remorse. People are automatically going to think to themselves, oh shit, why did I buy that? I mean, it's even as simple like if you buy a freaking pack of gum, right? Let's say you're at the checkout counter at the grocery store and you buy a pack of gum, and afterwards, like what? A pack of gum is like what? $1.50? And you sit there and you're like, oh shit, why did I buy that gum? Like, what? I didn't need this, right? It doesn't matter how much it is. It's the fact that you're pressing that buy button and then you automatically think, oh shit, maybe I shouldn't have bought that. So what can you do, right? What can you do to comfort people when it comes to that middle ground? What I always like to say is after people press the buy button, you have about, I would say a 24 to 48 window period, depending on what you're selling, to kind of check in with them and tell them thank you. Say, hey, what's going on? I always like to do videos, but like, hey, what's going on? I'm so glad that you bought my product. I appreciate you. I will be letting you know more details, and let them know when the details are coming, right? think about, hey, Carrie, think about when the details are coming and then inform them on that. So if you don't have everything all together right away, it's okay, but keep them in the loop, right? You want to think of this as a relationship, okay? It's like you're dating someone. So you go on a date with someone, you're like, oh my God, I love them so much. But then you're like, oh my God, I think I like them too much. And then you're constantly looking for something that's wrong with that person. You're waiting for them to break the trust, because once they break the trust, then you can be like, oh, yep. I knew it. I knew it. You're a dog. Right? Not that people are looking to call you out and to say that you're a dog or whatever, but you're having them buy something, right? You're having them use their money. Hey Sandy, I never take that lightly, whether it's $1 or whether it is $4,000. I never take a purchase lightly, because the fact that someone is buying something from you or buying something from me is the fact that they trust me, that they want to be a part of something, and that they trust me enough to spend their money on something that I'm doing. So making sure that you understand the weight of that and informing them, hey, I hear you, I trust you, thank you so much for buying this. I will keep in touch with you till we get to the product, right? Till we get to the launch or whatever you're selling. It's so important, guys. You cannot follow up enough, right? People love that. People love that so much. And that even applies to Facebook Lives, right? That even applies to Facebook Lives. If you do a Facebook Live and you're noticing there are a lot of new people on your Facebook Live, hey, message them. The other night, 2 nights ago, I actually spent probably like 45 minutes messaging, voice memoing on Messenger all the new people who are on my live and telling them, thank you so much for coming on my live. I greatly appreciate it. Why? I mean, could I have done other stuff? Hell yeah. But guess what? All of those people who were on that live greatly appreciated the fact that I went out of my way and I thanked them, right? People like to feel special, especially when, hey, Linda, especially when they are spending money. So guys, if you're just coming on, I'm just talking about the customer psychology right now, and how it is right now a 3-part series. So you have the buy button, the buyer's remorse, where that's where you build the trust, and then the product, right? So we just built the trust, we have the buyer's remorse, now the product comes. So they have the product and they're like, oh my God, hey Linda. They're like, oh my God, this is so great, right? After the product is delivered, whether it's a one-on-one, whether it's a masterclass, whether it's a group program, whatever it is, right after that, say it finishes, boom, it's done. I follow up right after. What do? I send a thank you note. A thank you note. So what I like to do is there's actually this, I go on AmericanGreetings.com. It is a card, like an electronic like e-card, right? And I send out e-cards to everyone who, like my last group program that I did, I sent out e-cards to everyone who did the group program. And I said, thank you so much. I'm so honored that you did the Instagram masterclass. I hope to see you again soon. And whatever. It was super simple, but like it was effective, because people would email me back saying, oh my God, that made my day. Thank you so much. I also, in my office, have handwritten notes that I send like for Christmas, when I have one-on-one clients, especially like my longer ones, even my shorter ones. Like I'm always saying thank you. I'm always sending things out, because that is how you develop a lifelong customer. So what's the difference between a customer and a raving fan? Here's the thing. Through this psychology thing that I just showed you, right, from the beginning of the buyer process to the thank you, right, it's causing people to trust you. Like I've said that a million times, it's all about trust. So once they trust you, right, it's that follow-up, right? So how can you make them a lifelong customer? Well, it just comes down to not being skeezy. Now, of course you want them to buy from you again, right? So checking in with them, saying, hey, what's going on? Just wanted to see how everything was going. Saw that you did X, Y, and Z. Hope it went well. Or if it's someone's birthday, saying, hey, happy birthday, right? It's these little things, but satisfied customers don't come back. Lifelong customers become fans and stay for life. Let me just repeat that. Pay attention. Here we go. Pay attention, my friends. Satisfied customers do not come back. Lifelong fans, fanatics, stay for life. Stay for life. Can I get a pen drop? Can I get another pen drop? Can I get some hearts if you agree with me? Press that heart button, press that like button if you understand what I'm saying right now, right? Press that like button right now if you understand what I'm saying right now. Satisfied customers don't come back. Lifelong customers stay for life. Thank you for sharing, Jessica. Lifelong customers stay for life. Hey, Shelly. Guys, I need you to understand that. You should not be going after getting all these new clients, right? All these new clients. Chase, 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 chase. No, that's not what you want to do. You want to follow that step process of pressing buy, buyer's remorse, causing trust. Having them get the product, loving the product, then following up and saying thank you. Hey, Shelly. Then saying thank you, right? That trust pattern. Hey, Tris. And then from there, following up even more, right? Lifelong customers. It's so important. It's so important because if you're chasing after all of these new clients, the goal for the lifelong customers, right? You want to pay attention to them because they then become your marketing team. Like, you don't have to hustle. I mean, listen, you should be hustling. You should be working. You should be consistently coming up with new marketing techniques. But when you have people who freaking love what you do, they will promote for you. They will become your salespeople. They will say, hey, this person rocks. You should talk to her. You should join her, right? If I think you're awesome, my God, I am telling everyone about you. Like Laureen, I don't know if Laureen's still on here, but Laureen is, oh my God, has changed my life dramatically, right? She is an amazing energy coach, an amazing spiritual coach. She is amazing, right? I am obsessed with her stuff. I shout her out all the time, right? Same thing with Jessica. Like, Jessica is fantastic with makeup. I shout her. I love her stuff. Like, I want to tell other people, hey, if you need help with makeup, go talk to this girl, right? Like, when I love someone, I tell everyone about them. And that is what you want to do. That is the goal. Pen drop. That is the goal right there, guys, is getting people to be your salespeople. That is the goal. Lifelong customers. Make them happy. They'll do the work for you. Too many of you were thinking, oh my God, I need more clients. Oh my God, I need more clients. No. Yes, is it great to always be looking and expanding? Hell yeah. But appreciate the people who are writing for you, that no matter what you put out, they're like, oh shit. And even if they don't need to buy it, they're still telling people, hey, go buy this from her, right? That is how you develop lifelong customers. Stop worrying about the masses and work on it one-on-one, developing relationships. It's all psychology, guys. Once you get people to trust you and love you, you got them. You got them. And I don't mean that in like a sleazy, creepy way. I mean that in the best way possible. Look at iPhones. Look at Apple, right? Look, the Samsung, the Android, could be 10 times better than the Apple. 10 times better. Actually, honestly, the camera on the Android is like the shit. Like, it crushes Apple. But I will never, ever, pen drop, I will never, ever get an Android. Why? Because I am loyal as hell to Apple. I'm loyal as hell to Apple because I trust them. Because I get a feeling, I get an emotion when I see them. When I see Apple, I want to buy it. I have my trust in them, right? So see the difference. Think about the brands that you really, really trust, that you were like, oh my God, I will never use another product from another person because I love this person so much, right? Or I love this thing so much. It's amazing when you really sit back and you really think about, when you really think about all of the things that you buy that you're like, oh my God, right? So let's switch this over. Let's move this into customer experience, okay? Now, whether or not you have an online business or whether or not you have an offline business, it really is the same thing. Customer experience is extraordinarily important. And it all boils down to from the start to the end, right? There really shouldn't be an end, but once again, if we're talking about from the buying process to the end process, that customer experience should always be high. Even if someone has a problem with what went on with your service, like always making sure that you are always listening, that you are always there, right? So think about, I want you to write down in the comments, really like short, what company do you know of that has extraordinary customer service, right? What company do you know, right off the top of your head, don't like think too much into it, make it quick, like 20 seconds. What company has really, really great customer experience, really, really great customer service that you're like, oh my God, it's amazing. I know for me, off the top of my head, I absolutely love Squarespace. Yes, Shelly, Shelly, we're on the same wavelength right now, girl. Squarespace, I love Squarespace. I trust them with, now look, like I design websites, right? So along with everything else that I do, I design websites for clients. I could use WordPress. Hey, Bev, I could use WordPress, right? A lot of people use WordPress, but I've used them and I really didn't like their customer service. Squarespace, however, has amazing customer service. They answer you within the hour. Like, it's incredible. It is incredible, and it makes me trust them more, right? So being conscious, guys, being conscious of that customer experience, being able to say, okay, you know what? I made a mistake. I apologize. Or just always trying to up and up and up how your customer is feeling. For me, I hate Canva. I love PicMonkey. Oh yes, PicMonkey's awesome. I love PicMonkey. Hey Holly, it's really paying attention to all of that customer experience. Hey, right? So from the time that you walk through the front door, or from the time that someone comes onto your Facebook page, to the time that they buy something, to the time that they're in the product, to the time of the end, and then it just repeats itself, right? So thinking, if you don't have a storefront, your Facebook page, right? Your Facebook page, whether you're talking about your business page or whether you're talking about your public page, people should come on your Facebook page and there should be no question about what you do. Nothing frustrates me more that when you think you have an idea of who someone is and what they do, because let's say you watch them on Periscope or on Snapchat or whatever, and then you go on their Facebook page and they are like ratchet as hell. Or like they're just not who you thought they were. Or you go on there and you just don't understand what it is they do. You're confused. You go on their website, you're confused. What is it that you do? What is it that you do? What is your service? I don't get it. As soon as there is a little confusion, guys, that's it. You're done. You have like a 3.5 second range. You have a 3.5 second range of getting someone to understand what it is you do. Let me just read comments really quick. Holly, I had less than a stellar experience with customer service for some courses, and I don't know if I'd buy from that person again. Rather than make a stink about it, I'd rather just not buy. Yeah, well, here's the thing though, Holly. That's a really, really great point, because I think a lot of people feel that way. That instead of making a stink about it, you're just not going to buy from them again. And that's why, guys, oh my God, Holly, I'm so glad that you said that, because that's why the follow-up, a personal follow-up, is super duper important. Look, does it take more time to send out a personalized email? Yeah. Does it take more time to send out a personalized note? Yeah, it does. But guess what? It makes that customer feel a hell of a lot better. And I bet you, Holly, if you would have got a follow-up from that person that you bought that course from, and they were like, hey, I hope that you enjoyed the course. Please let me know if you had any problems. I can almost guess that you probably then would have felt comfortable enough to say like, hey, this is what happened. And if that, I would hope, because I know if that was me and someone had a problem with my course, that I would either give them 50% off of another course. I would do a one-on-one with them. I would figure something else out to make them kind of make up for the fact that they didn't understand it, or that not that they didn't understand it, but that they didn't enjoy the course or something happened. Do you think it's ever too late to do the personal follow-up? I mean, that's a really good question, Mitzi. I would say not really. I mean, I think that it's always very nice to just follow up with people and say like, hey, what's going on? You know, I know we did a course together some time ago. I actually have to move this. I know we did a course some time ago, but, oh shit. But I just wanted to let you know that I was thinking about you, and I wanted to make sure that, you know, you had a good experience, X, Y, and Z. So I don't think that it's ever too late to do a follow-up. I do recommend, though, if someone is doing a course with you and then the course ends, to make sure that you do follow up within the next 24 to 48 hours. That's really like the bracket that you want to think about. Let me just see what Laureen wrote. Oh yes, Holy, I had an opposite experience with a course. She had a popular online person and she responded to me because her admin was busy, like almost immediately. Get out of here. I always expect supreme customer service, and if I don't get it, I'm not happy. Therefore, I always give my absolute best to every client. Exactly. So it's really thinking about, guys, like, what is it that you expect, right? That you expect when you buy a course, and really thinking about that when you do your own courses, right? Or when you have your own customer experience. I know for me, like, I'm a one-woman show right now, so like I am customer service. I'm everything. So I always want to hear people, what they're thinking, how they're feeling, how I can improve, what they didn't like, what they did like. That's how, and I know it's hard sometimes. I know I have a hard time sometimes hearing constructive criticism, because it's just difficult to hear. But it does really improve, especially if you're going into courses and one-on-ones and things like that. People expect great customer service. And when you make a mistake and then you're really up for fixing that mistake, I mean, the average person, I like your shit, FYI. Well, I like your shit too, Laureen. You're too funny. Oh my goodness. Let me just check back the... Oops. Laureen, I almost blocked you. Oh my goodness. Okay, perfect. I have been this friggin' good girl blocks. I've had people tell me I expect too much. Well, I don't think... What do you mean, coming from the cut, like you as a customer expect too much, or you as the consumer expect too much? Wait, Laureen, why'd you make that? Oh, because I almost blocked you. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to look at your comment. Okay, so anyway, guys, I just really want to emphasize that customer experience, right? It all starts from your website. It all starts from your Facebook page. Wherever it is that people are finding you, you want to make sure that you are giving a clear vision about what you do. As soon as the customer is confused, you've lost them. Like, they're gone. Bye. See you later. They're not going to spend another second on your stuff because they don't know what you do. So the more clear that you can be, the crystal clear that you can be, and the more welcoming that you can be, the better. What I always like to do, especially on my website, is I like to do video, obviously, on my website, because I just feel like when you're writing so much text, it's easy to lose people. It's easy for people not to read it. It's easy for people not to know what your personality is. When I'm on my website, I want to put as much video on there as possible, and I want to do a welcome video for people to see, hey, how are you? This is who I am. Even on my sales page, my work with me page, I have a video on there because I feel like, look, if someone wants to work with me, they need to know who I am, you know, and how I roll and what my personality is. Because how many times have you worked with someone that you're like, ooh, God, I did not know that she was like that. I did not know she was like that. So it's really just playing that part and making sure that every step of the experience, from your website, Facebook page, is welcoming to the buyer page, from them pressing buy, to the buyer's remorse, to the trust, to the product, and then the after fact. It all plays a part. Mitzi, yes, as the customer. Got you. Well, I mean, look, let's just be honest, right? And I'll end it on this note, and then we'll go into the Q&A. Here's the thing. You're always going to have customers who just you know, maybe expect too much. Maybe they went into the course and it wasn't what they expected, or maybe the follow-up was wrong, or maybe a mistake was made. You know, like, it's okay to be, as a customer, expecting X, Y, and Z, and that's okay. And then if you get let down, like, it happens, right? It happens. But I also think too, coming from the person who is making the course versus the customer, just FYI, you're always going to have people who aren't happy, who are expecting something else, who didn't want to do this or didn't want to do that, or didn't do the work or whatever, right? There's always going to be that one person who just doesn't like it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. You're always going to have people who do that, you know, like, and that's okay. That's okay. You cannot please everyone, unfortunately. And that's just the name of the game. So as long as you give, I say 100%, and you do as much as you can, and you give 100%, and if that person still isn't happy, then, like, that's all. You know, that's all you can do is give 100%. You know, and that's just how I feel on both ends, right? Even as the customer, give 100%. Nothing drives me more crazy than when people are like, oh, I just didn't get enough, you know, I just didn't get anything out of that course. It makes me sit there and be like, well, did you give 100%? Because if they give 100% and they still didn't get anything out of the course, then okay. But I highly, highly, highly doubt that if you're giving 100% during a course, on both sides, right? I'm not even saying one person is wrong than the other, but making sure that you're giving 100% on both sides, it's just so important, right? It's so important, because then you could say, I've tried everything, right? And then you can go into the next steps. So with that being said, I'm going to open up a Q&A for the next minute or so. So if you guys have any questions in regards to customer psychology, the buying method, customer experience, anything like that, hey Ramona, let me know right now. Write a question down. I'm more than happy to answer them. And as you're writing those questions down, please feel free to share this video, to subscribe to this video, and also just a really quick plug. Last night, I opened up the sales page for my December masterclass, which is going to be about Emotional Branding 101. It's this Friday at 7 o'clock. It is only $10. So if you have not signed up for it, I have a couple of spots left. So if you are interested, I know a lot of you signed up already, but if you are interested, please feel free to sign up today. I can link up the sales page underneath if you're interested in signing up. It's only $10 and it's going to be a lot of fun. How do you deal with family and friends that want and expect a discount or free stuff? Ooh, where is my pen? Where is my pen? That is a fantastic question. That is a really, really good question. So when it comes with dealing with family and friends that want and expect a discount or free stuff, here's the thing. It's really subjective. I think that when people expect that, right? Oh, Shaylin, you should talk to Laureen. You should talk to Laureen, because Laureen does something similar with like energy and auras and stuff. So Laureen, I would love to hear your experience with this as well, because she does readings too. So Laureen, if you're still on, check out her question right now, because I would love to see your insight on this. I do spiritual angel readings for one business and sell Usborne books as another. So here's the thing. I usually say when it comes to like family members or friends who expect a discount, that I just, you know, it's my business and I have to make a living off of it. So just saying, like, I would appreciate you know, in order to make a living, I can't give discounts. You know, I can't just do free readings because, you know, I have to make a living. Just explaining it to them. Are they going to like it? Probably not. But you have to be honest with the fact that, like, this is your job. Now, I will say this. If people expect discounts, that's one thing. But I really believe that, you know, I give discounts all the time, right? I give discounts all the time because I think, you know, it's good karma in a way. When someone really needs it, like, it's good karma. I'm always about good karma. Hey, Shauna. However, when someone starts taking advantage of that niceness and advantage of the fact that, like, hey, I keep giving you free stuff and you keep taking advantage of it and you're not, you know, you're just expecting it, that's when you have to put your foot down and say, like, I'm really sorry, but, like, I have to make a living off of this. And unfortunately, you got to pay. You know, you just have to put your foot down. What did Ramona just say? I tell them my work is like a dentist. You don't get discounts from a dentist. The work is the work. I love that. I do hair on the side. I so understand the family and friend thing. It's tough. It is tough. It's a really, honestly, it's a thin line. It's a thin line because, you know, they're your family. But at the same point, you have to make a living too. So what you could do as well, what I found is that if I'm going to do something for free for someone or give them a discount, I at least ask them to give me a testimonial. Like, I try to get, like, almost like a bartering thing where I'm like, well, if I'm going to give you this, then could you make me a video testimonial? Or could you spread the word about this? So trying to at least get them to be like salespeople for me. So at least I'm, not that I'm trying to get something out of it, but I'm trying to get something out of it because I gave it to them for free. So hopefully that kind of clears that up. It's always really, really, really hard. I've done a lot of work on my money mindset and valuing what I offer. It's helped me feel confident and never discouraged in my work. Absolutely, Ramona. I think that's a really big issue for a lot of people. I know for me as well, is that coming up that, like, what I offer has a lot of value, you know, and it's appreciating that. So I totally understand where you're coming from, without a doubt. All right, guys, so I'm going to let you guys go. If you have any other questions, please feel free to write them in the comments. Please share this video if you can. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for coming on. I love you all very, very, very much, and I appreciate all your openness tonight, your amazing questions, and your amazing participation during this. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You can check me out tomorrow on Facebook Live at 7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm pumped. I know you're pumped, and I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for your amazing energy tonight, and I will see you guys tomorrow. See you later, guys. Mwah. So much love.